Arcade Perfect, my arse.
Right, okay folks, welcome to another Arcade Perfect My Arse, and this week this video even, I'm taking a look at Jackal, released by Konami in 1986. Now, I'll be honest, I wasn't really aware of this game. I mean, I'm a massive fan of most Konami games, Green Beret, Track and Field, Hyper Sports, Year Kung Fu. This one, it never was on my radar. Now, I think possibly the reason was I never had any exposure to arcades. I certainly never saw this in an arcade at the time. And I believe this got released onto 8-bit machines only. There was no 16-bit versions. Don't know why. Because I think it got released quite late on. Well, certainly after I had sold my Commodore 64 and I'd moved on to 16-bit. So this game it never registered with me. Now the idea, I believe, is to rescue some prisoners of war. Now you've got a little jeep, and rather oddly, you can only shoot up the way. You can't shoot left or right or anything. It only shoots up, so it's almost more akin to Galaxian. You know what I mean? You can move up and down, left and right, but you can only shoot up the way. Playing it does feel a bit like Commando. Apart from the obvious reasons, it's a kind of army-based type thing, but it does have a certain Commando feel to it. Apart from the fact that you can only shoot up, you do have a sort of a rocket launcher thing, which will destroy buildings. I'm not sure if I like it or not. I mean, you've got some nice little graphics. It's very Konami looking. I always like the stelly Konami games. Gunsmoke as well. It's got a certain look. Yeah, you can destroy a building, pick up a prisoner of war by driving over them. You've also got to try and destroy these little gun placements as well. And once you've picked up enough, you go to the helicopter pad and release them. It's probably a game I'll need to play again to really see if I like it. So anyway, let's crack on and take a look at some home conversions and see if they're shite or not. Right, the first one we're going to take a look at is the ZX Spectrum. Games and joystick. Okay. Now I think I forgot to mention that in the intro. I think you can actually play simultaneous two-player. Sadly, I've not got any mates to do that with, so it's just me and my own. Holy shit! Right, well, right away, this moves way too fast. Now the baddies look like gingerbread men, oddly. Why did I die there? Now your eyes are not deceiving you. There is absolutely no sound. Well, apart from the music in inverted commas on the title screen. Don't know why there's no sound of gunfire, things getting destroyed. I think that's a bit shoddy if you ask me. Yeah, this just plays too fast. Oh, right. Now I've just two things I've noticed. You do get a sound effect when you destroy a gate. You don't get a sound effect for anything else other than when you destroy a gate. You can also shoot down the way. Well, you can shoot to the sides in this one. Yeah, which is not keeping in with the arcade one. I wonder why there was no sound. Did they run out of memory or something? I mean, surely it'd have been better to have done away with the music and just had a few spot effects. Yeah, even the frame rate the frame rate of the bullets. You notice that? There's about 3 or 4 frames of animation. Yeah, but the overriding factor for me with this one is just plays too damn fast. And cue the sound. Hey! That was worth waiting for. Anyway, listen, I think we've seen enough of that. That is the ZX Spectrum one. Right, next up is MS-DOS. Yeah, what an ugly looking interface that is. Use the 1 and 2 keys to select and the return key when selection has been made. Yep, this was the early days of PC gaming, folks. Never mind Call of Duty and what have you. This is what PC games looked like back in the 80s. Horrible. Move joystick to lower right corner, press button. You even have to calibrate your joystick every time. Whoa! Glitchy does not even begin. Alright, I'll take that back. It was glitching just because you're invulnerable, I'm assuming. It's very green. You know, it looks like a game that's been written on a business computer, this. High-res graphics, minimal colour, and horrible sound. I'm not quite sure what happened there. I seem to just... Oh, an aeroplane! Didn't see that in the arcade. Yeah, it's a bit of a glitchy mess. I don't know what's going on there. Is that... What is that? What are these things flying about? Is that gunfire from the turrets, possibly? I mean, the graphics are pretty abysmal. How do we get through here? There we go. Now the graphics of the soldiers, it looks like somebody carrying a green tray rather than some sort of gun. I don't know how to destroy that. Don't know, am I stuck? Can I get through there? Maybe not. Can't get through there either. Let's try again. Oh, there we go. Right, let's run him over. Yeah. Okay. Let's move on. Right, now, interestingly, well, it's for me at least, there was actually 2 versions released for the Commodore 64. So this first one this was released by Imagine in 1989. Yeah, I was right. So this came out, well, 2 years after I had moved on to onto the Commodore Amiga. Right, now this isn't half bad. I mean, the graphics are a wee bit squidgy, but it has actually kind of encapsulated, that's a good word, it's encapsulated the look and feel of the arcade. The graphics do look quite arcade-like. Now this one, like the Granddaddy arcade version, you can only shoot up the way, which again is obviously what it should be like. Sounds alright, a few spot effects, nothing to write home about. It plays probably slightly slower than arcade, but that doesn't actually make it a bad game. It's probably slightly more playable for that. I mean, the Spectrum one was just ridiculously quick. Now, I wonder why there was 2 versions. If anybody knows, 2 versions for the C64, if anyone knows, please let me know. I know in some cases there was maybe an American game. I think Outrun, was that not the same? There was an absolutely atrocious game, and then there was one which wasn't quite so bad. The sound effect of launching a bomb reminds me of another sound effect in a Commodore 64 game. A game which name completely escapes me. Anyway, that's a Imagine version. Let's take a look at the second C64 one. This one was released actually by Konami 2 years earlier. Now I noticed the music is the same. It's by, I can't even remember the name, the author of the music, but it is the same. Right, this one, it's got a different look to it. You can fire up, down, left and right, which isn't true to the arcade. Let's give it another quick go. Mark Cooksey, that's it, yeah. He did the music. Nothing wrong with this, like I said, I've changed the fire, and you shouldn't be able to fire, you can only fire up. It's not bad. I think I prefer the Imagine version, however. Kaboom! Yeah, there we go. That's the Konami C64 one. Right, now on to the Amstrad, and that wee guy looks awfully happy for going into war. Right, initial impression is, why the hell is the screen so small? Is it to keep up keep the screen scrolling fast? I mean, it's not even smooth. I hate when they do that. I'm sure there's probably some technical reason for them doing it, but it does annoy me because, you know, look at it. You've got one small square in the middle, and then you've got some humongous score on the left and the right. There's absolutely no reason for that. And then you've got the big bit, like we need to be reminded what game we're playing. Right, and I don't know how to get through there. I can't seem to fire my bombs. How do we do that? There we go. I mean, I don't know. Graphics, why did I explode there? Graphics look alright, but again, the scrolling's not great. It all feels very jerky. And like the Spectrum, it seems to move a bit too fast, I think. Let's just run the bastards over. Yeah, the old machine gun feels very, very weak. He's buggering off. For some odd reason, you can't see me drive across the helicopter pad. Right, come on, get on. Right, that's quite enough of that. That is the Amstrad one. Right, now this is the only console version I could find. This is on the NES. Right, whilst it's not faithful to the arcade intro, at least it does have an intro. And like this arcade counterpart, you can only fire up, which is good. And it's got music as well, which is nice. One thing you need to remember, this version would have cost probably 4 times the cost of an 8-bit home computer. Back then, for a home computer, when you're talking about £8.99, £9, whatever, for a... Whilst I never had an NES back in the day, I would imagine a game was probably the best part of 25, 30 quid. So, well, you were paying about 2.5 times the price. actually. Certainly got the best graphics, nice and clear, nice sharp graphics, as you would expect, to be fair. Out you come, son. Ah, balls. It's interesting, you can lob a grenade left or right, up and down, but you can only fire up the way. There we go, that's the NES one. Let's do a little recap on what we've seen today. So yeah, I mean, what was the first one we looked at? Well, the PC one looks awful. Like I said, it looks like a very, very, very early PC game. The graphics are a mess. They're very simplistic. The colours shocking. The two in the C64, the Konami one on the C64, which came out in '87, isn't bad. It's not bad, but I have to say the Imagine one that came out 2 years later is quite impressive. It's got some decent music, it's got some decent sound effects, and more importantly, it plays and actually looks like the arcade one. Spectrum one, I don't like. It's far too fast and a complete lack of sound. So, in my opinion, that is the worst one. The NES one does look really nice. It plays very well. It's got music. It's got sound effects. I think in bronze position, and I'm going to be, people are going to moan at me for this. In third place, bronze, I'm going to go for the Konami version on the C64. In second place, silver medal position, I'm going to go for the C64 Imagine version. And in first place, gold medal, it's going to have to be the NES game. I mean, obviously with MAME now, you can play the arcade, so if you really want to play this game, go and check out the MAME version. I can't say I'm a fan of this game. But anyway, on that bombshell, folks, I hope you enjoyed watching the video, and as always, thank you very much for watching.